You know that glow that you see on people who just seem to radiate health? It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening inside their body. And one of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we age, our bodies naturally produce less collagen, which can lead to wrinkles, thinning hair, brittle nails, and just feeling less flexible than we used to. But the good news is that you can support your body naturally. With high-quality collagen from Native Path, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to support smoother looking skin, stronger nails, and shinier hair. And some studies also suggest collagen supplements may help support bone health too. You see, it's not about turning back time. I know we want to do that, but we just can't. It's about feeling your best at any age. And right now, as a Kim Commando listener, you can get Native Path Collagen for just a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping and a free gift bundle. Just go to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man, an 8-episode series, now streaming on Disney+.
A superhero remake, not exactly what we'd expect from an Oscar-winning director.
Action! Simon Williams, audition for Wonder Man.
I'm gonna need you to sign this, assuming you don't have superpowers.
I'll never work again if anyone found out.
My lips are sealed.
Marvel Television's Wonder Man. All 8 episodes now streaming, only on Disney+.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Sign up for my free daily newsletter, The Current, at getkim.com. Her name is Danielle Crittenden.
Okay.
She's been a journalist for 30 years. Writing is in the family. Her husband is Atlantic writer David Frum. He's really a great writer, too. They reported on politics and culture, full range of American life. But on February 16th, 2024, her 32-year-old daughter, Miranda, was found dead in her Brooklyn apartment. Medical situation, medical complication. And so, being a distraught mother, obviously, she wrote a memoir, Dispatches from Grief, A Mother's Journey Through the Unthinkable. She joins us today to talk about loss and love and something that nobody warned her about, the way that her daughter's devices keep pinging even though she's gone. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you so much for having me.
Number one, so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And I assume that writing this was part of the grieving process, right?
I don't know. As you said, I come from a family of journalists, and I was trained originally as a reporter. And I found it was not so much part of the grieving process, but as a writer, something I needed to cover, if that makes sense.
No, I can see that.
I just began writing notes about almost like a foreign correspondent from the land of grief. It was so painful and so strange, and our life had been so destroyed and upended. I just started taking down notes as I would for a news story, and eventually those notes
became the
got
book.
Cobbled into a book. Yeah.
So I talked a little bit just about your daughter's devices.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, one of the things, there are so many aspects of grief that you don't expect. And when you lose a child, it's probably the worst kind of grief you can experience. But, when people used to die, their possessions were fairly physical. They had left files of notes and letters. You had their clothes to deal with, their furniture, whatever, their possessions. But what we found with our daughter, and I'm sure I know many other people have been in this situation because I get emails from them, that your digital life extends beyond your actual life. And so one of the first problems we had with Miranda's situation was because we didn't know her passwords, and believe me, we tried every conceivable one we could think of. We were not allowed by law to open her iPhone, open her computer, and we had to go seek court orders against Apple
Oh my
and
gosh.
AT&T, just to get access. And even then, they allowed and Google as well, and each one required a separate type of court order. And in the end, Google allowed us access to her photos and just the subject lines of her emails. And AT&T wouldn't open the phone, and Apple wouldn't open the phone. So that's one aspect of it that's very dispiriting. I mean, to be treated like a hacker, a grieving mother and father to be treated like hackers.
Were you looking for something in particular, Danielle?
No, it wasn't about snooping. It was wanting, she was a writer, we wanted access, of course, to her photos, but just to her writings, to people that needed maybe even to know. Her Instagram account is still as if she is alive. I haven't been able to access that to close it. And then there's just this, what I call digital haunting, or even digital IEDs, because, there are a lot of triggers in grief. And right after she died, for example, after her funeral, I went to the supermarket and I started walking down the aisles of the supermarket, and I started seeing things I would buy for her when she would come home and visit. And I freaked out.
For sure.
Left my cart where it was, and I ran out of the supermarket. And it took me a long time to be able to go back in a supermarket. But these digital IEDs just really come out of nowhere. Maybe we should call them drones. I don't know what to call them. But you're just like, you open your phone, and there is, in your face, Facebook cheerfully curating a carousel of photos of great times with Miranda. Do you remember where you were in 2018?
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
And I tell you, you just drop to your knees. I mean, even when you think, I'm doing okay. My car keeps asking to connect to Miranda's iPhone. Of course, she stays in my list of favorites on, on my on our Netflix accounts, on my phone, and those are ones that I could disable, but then I have to go through this active step to remove her, and I guess I'll be ready one day, but I'm not really ready. So you're just surrounded and surprised by these, digital age triggers that just pile on to the already bad enough grief.
This is one that you might not even think of, and that may not ever happen to you. But my mother passed away, and I saved her phone number as Mom's cell in my phone, like it always has been. And one Saturday, I'm just sitting on the couch, and I get a phone call from Mom's cell, and the roller coaster of emotions that happens so fast, where you're like, what the heck? Why is my mom calling me? She's no longer with us. To the rational brain kicking in and going, they gave her phone number to somebody else. Yeah. And it's probably a scammer that wants to get you a car warranty. And then I was put in a place to where I sat back and thought about all the phone calls I had with my mom. And it was just this crazy roller coaster of emotions, all triggered by the fact I didn't delete her phone number from my phone book.
But Danielle, and you're right, Andrew. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, I was in my email yesterday. Is it yesterday? Yeah, and I have a folder of Mom, and my mom passed away. And I sat there and I started reading her emails to me, and I'm like, I can't do this.
It's hard,
right?
I can't do this.
Yeah, they'll pop up. You're right. I didn't even mention texts and emails, and I know they're there, and I would never obviously delete them. But sometimes when you do a random search for something,
right? Exactly. It's happened to me so many times.
Yeah, they come up, and it's just, wow. There's her voice. She's alive again. Cue bawling your eyes out.
Of course. Yeah. All right, stay right where you are. We have more of the show coming right up. Every business owner I speak to is asking the same question. How do I make AI work for my business? My answer, don't wait. Your competitors are already using AI to work smarter, move faster, and make better decisions. In fact, there's a saying that every day your business is late to AI, you fall 2 days behind. NetSuite by Oracle is the #1 AI-powered cloud ERP, trusted by more than 43,000 businesses. It brings your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM together in one system. And when everything is connected in one place, AI has the information it needs to help you make smarter decisions. Instead of relying on guesswork, you're working from real-time data across your business. How do I know? We're implementing NetSuite in my own business right now, and I can already see the impact it's having on how we operate. For the first time ever, you can try NetSuite Next for free. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, go to netsuite.com/Kim. Built for every industry, ready for every boardroom. netsuite.com/Kim.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
No one goes to Hank's for spreadsheets. They go for a darn good pizza. Lately, though, the shop's been quiet, so Hank decides to bring back the $1 slice. He asks Copilot in Microsoft Excel to look at his sales and costs and help him see if he can afford it. Copilot shows Hank where the money's going and which little extras make the dollar slice work. Now Hank has a line out the door. Hank makes the pizza, Copilot handles the spreadsheets. Learn more at m365copilot.com/work.
Do you think it helps with the grieving process?
What?
To have all these constant reminders, or?
No.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
She did not sit on the fence with that one.
No, because there's the psalm that says, "I have to walk through the valley of shadow of death." Okay, you can't go around it. You're not able to jump over it. You have to go through this process.
Right.
And but then you get to the other side, but then again you have all these constant reminders.
Well, it's also like with her clothes, for example, and some of her possessions. I kept them in a box for a year and a half. She died 2 years ago. And then my wonderful younger daughter and I and my daughter-in-law, we just bit the bullet, took an afternoon, went through them, and it turned out to be kind of beautiful, and we pulled out outfits and remembered them and laughed at some of them. But we had control over that. We had control.
That's a good
when
point.
we were going to deal with that box. And this is the thing. I mean, I do have control over my car connection, and that's just me not wanting to make yet that conscious act of erasure, although it does startle me because it just appears. But we don't have control, and we're not permitted control over these, digital IEDs. And that's what's upsetting, because they just hit you. Even when you think you're having a good day, time has passed, you think you're doing well, and then you get one of these. And it's just wrenching.
Is there a solution?
No, I mean, not that I can figure out with Facebook. No. I think it would be, in terms of like solutions for access of parents, next of kin. My husband was the executor of her will, that there should be some kind of legal access to their devices. And I think, whether that's something a bill you pass or how you go about doing that, I don't know, but I think that would be very helpful.
It was years ago that, and Andrew, I don't know if you remember this, years ago that a father called me because his son was killed in a conflict, I think in Afghanistan. And he wanted access to his son's email in Yahoo. And Yahoo said, no, because your son was over 21, an adult.
Yeah.
And you cannot have access to it.
But what's crazy is, like she mentioned before, if those letters and emails were in written form and sitting in a box,
you'd have them.
You'd 100% own them.
Right. Right. They're physical. And I get it. Look, especially a 32-year-old woman doesn't necessarily want her mom, snooping around. But, one of the things, because she died so suddenly, and this is what, AT&T would consider probably pointless and, prurient snooping. When she died, I would like to know if she tried to get help. Did she try call 911?
For sure.
And what is that going to do? Nothing. It's not going to bring her back. It's not going to make her less dead. It's not something. I mean, if I did see she tried, maybe that would be worse for me to know, because then it would have shown some awareness that something was wrong in a way that, from what I understand, it was very sudden. So, but at least I would know whether I want to know that or not. Like, at least I would have the choice, and ability to look. So now I have her computer, her laptop, I have her phone, and they're just sitting on my shelf like these, tombs that are inaccessible, and it's upsetting.
Well, thank you for coming on. Mm-hmm. Thanks for talking to us.
I appreciate it.
I mean,
I'm sorry it's such a sad subject.
Oh, no. I know, Danielle, don't feel that way. It's reality, and it's something that all of us deal with. And the reason why I really wanted you to spend some time with us is to let people who are watching, people who are listening, that they're not alone.
Right.
And when this happens to them, that grief is this ebb and flow. Some days are good, some days are bad. And then we have these constant reminders. I recently took my mom out of my phone, and that was hard.
Wow.
That was hard.
My mom died like 7 years ago. She's still in there.
Oh, I was looking at it because every time I looked at favorites, I saw her, and I was like, oh,
I know. Yeah.
It's just tough.
Whatever you need to get through.
In case you want to take a look at Danielle's book, her name is Danielle Crittenden, and the title is Dispatches from Grief, A Mother's Journey Through the Unthinkable. And I'm sure it's available everywhere. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Just a reminder, sign up for our free newsletter right now over at getkim.com.
Have no fear. Chosen Foods is here to defend your favorite foods from the forces of seedy oils and sketchy ingredients. With cooking oils, salad dressings, and mayo, all powered by the good fats from 100% pure avocado oil and simple, delicious ingredients. Chosen Foods.